Hi Little Eagles, this is Mrs. Leisure. This is part 3. So if you didn't hear the book, or if you haven't done part of the writing activity, I would love for you to go back and watch those videos so that you can see why we were making a craft of Fly Guy. So here are some of the materials that you're going to need. So if you need to take a minute to go find some of these things, that's fine. You can pause the video and you can go find what you're looking for. So you're going to need something that you can either tape with or glue with. You can have both of those items available to you. If they're at your house, great. If you don't have something like this, I'm sure you can get crafty and maybe think of something else. Another thing that you're going to possibly need are something like pipe cleaners. Now, if you don't have pipe cleaners at your house, you could always use little ties that come on the bags for your bread. You could color those if they're a different color. You could use a black marker and you can color those. Maybe you can think of something else that you could use in this case too. And once you see the craft, I think you're going to understand. I also grabbed a black marker, and I did grab a permanent marker because it's something I'm going to need to draw on. This here was just some plastic that we had at our house laying around. And I have 2 pieces cut out, and I kind of cut them out in the shape of, they kind of look like teardrops, but they're going to end up being wings. You're going to need an empty toilet paper roll. And I'm willing to bet some of you have some of these things at your house right now. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. And the last thing you're going to need is a white piece of paper. And I also grabbed a blue piece of paper too that I can use later to put my Fly Guy onto. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to see how things go. So this is a really cute craft. It's a really easy craft for a lot of people to do, and if you need a little extra help from someone, maybe you have an older brother, older sister, older cousin, or mom and dad, and they can do a couple little things with you if they have time to do that. So we are going to start out. I'm going to move one of the pieces here. We're going to take out this piece here. And we're going to start with the toilet paper roll. Okay? So that's the first thing that we're going to look at and we're going to start with. And from the toilet paper roll, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a couple notches in here because we need to make sure that we have room down here for his feet. So I'm just going to cut a little notch here. Doesn't have to be anything major, just for your, right there. That's all I did. You can see that there. There we go. It's just a little notch on this side, and then I'm going to do a little notch on the other side. Oop, my marker tried to roll away. Twice it did. Bless you. And then up here, we're going to do it again. And if you have a hole punch that you think that this could work with, use your hole punch too if you think that would work a little bit better. There we go. So I have 4 notches in the toilet paper roll. And then I also have one of my pipe cleaners. Now I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to, instead of having one long piece, I'm going to make it into 4ths. So this will be a hole. We're going to fold it. And we're going to have those there. I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors. Cut it there. Now I have 2 halves. I'm going to fold these in half. And who can guess what we're going to have next? I had a hole. And I'm going to cut this here. And I'm going to cut this one here. And now I have 4 equal parts. So we have 4ths. Okay? It looked like this long piece here. And now we have it into 4ths. All right. So now we're going to start putting this little guy here together. So we're going to put, I would suggest maybe doing a little bend in it first, like that. You can stick it in that hole there. And you can also reach down inside that roll and kind of give it a little bend or a twist. And there you have one of your arms for your little guy there. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to stick this one in this hole over here. Push it in there. Do a little bend. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's supposed to be fun. Okay, here we go. There's Fly Guy. We have his arms set up. Now I'm going to bend them too, like he kind of has hands. From the cover of the book, I'll put that under here. You can see how he's kind of set up where he has arms and he has legs. You can see that there. So now we're going to work on his feet. I'm going to take that there at the bottom and bend it so he has a little foot there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this guy right here. Bendy, bendy. And then we're going to go ahead again, stick it there in the toilet paper roll, bend down. Now, he won't be able to stand because he wouldn't have the back there to stand, but we can lay him down like this for now. We're going to put our other in here as well. Whoop. So go ahead and stick that leg in there. He's giving me some problems on this one, so we might have to get in there at that notch just a tiny bit. Just make sure you're being very safe with the scissors that you're using. You'll probably use a pencil. If I would have had a hole puncher here, I probably would have tried to use a hole puncher as well. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll try this here. And there's his foot, and we're going to bend that right up there. And voila. He now has his two legs here towards the bottom, and of course his two arms at the top. Now, one thing we know about Fly Guy has huge eyes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a piece of paper, and it can be a piece of scrap paper, it can be whatever type of paper. I'm simply cutting a piece of it off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fold this over like this, so that you just have two pieces there, that they're back to back, two pieces. And we're going to cut out two circles. And what's nice about this is they're going to be exactly the same because I have those two pieces of paper together. And there's our two circles that we made. We're then going to go ahead and we're going to be making two black circles, and we know that those are his eyes. He has really big eyes. Try to make them match up the best you can. Now today I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use some tape. So we're going to take this tape here and make little donuts that you've made many times before. I'm going to make these donuts up. We're going to put them here. There's one. And then we're going to do this one over here. Here is the other one. So far, that's what Fly Guy is looking like. Now he's not finished yet. We still have a few things we need to do to make him look exactly, exactly how we want him to. So the next part that we're going to work on is we're going to be maybe working on his face. I think that might be the easiest thing at this point that we could do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to draw his nose on there. And Fly Guy has a silly nose. His nose kind of comes out and goes like this. Kind of like a U if you're making a U. And then we're going to give him a big smile. He's a happy Fly Guy. And we're going to go to make his tongue stick out. Fly Guys think it would be funny to have that tongue sticking out. We're going to use a red marker. Of course, if you have that laying around, you can grab that. We're going to make his tongue red. And we're not quite done yet. Back here, I had some of these things. What do those look like to you? Maybe wings. Now, if you don't have any plastic that you can use at home, that's okay. Go ahead and use some white paper. That would work just as well. But if you have some plastic, that's super. I'm just going to go ahead and draw something like this on here. Nothing too special or crazy. Just something to show that these look like wings. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tape those on. So I'm going to put a wing over on this side. A fly guy, I'm going to flip it over because I think it'll be easier to do it this way. I'm going to put this wing here. And we're going to put this wing over here. There's our fly guy wings. There's his wings that you can see. I think those look pretty good. And the only other thing, if you'd like to add, is you can add some of his antenna to the top. So it depends how you want to do it. You could take another one of these. Oops, I'm going to fold it in half just in case I need to make another fly guy, because we can make a whole family of them. And I'm simply going to do this here. I just bend it like a V. Then I'm going to go ahead and maybe make some twists here at the top, because sometimes fly guy is a little crazy, his twisty antenna. Twist those at the top so you can see that. Good. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape those in there. Okay, I'm going to tape those in here. Okay, so, oop, his antenna fell. Got to get it in there. Sometimes glue might work best for that. That sometimes can be the best. So, as you can see, this was a pretty easy craft to do overall. This was mostly stuff that was laying around our house that we just had. And you can be creative and do what you want. And then you have your own little fly guy looking puppet. So I'm going to move a couple of these things out of the way. And you can also lay him down on paper that looks like this, so you can kind of see him in the background. And then we're going to be able to add him to our writing piece that we do as well. So I thought this would just be something fun for you to be able to enjoy, and you can use some of these leftover toilet paper rolls that we have around. So I hope you enjoyed the craftivity that we worked on today, and I hope you're all well. See you later.